say that it feels right.
Hey, welcome back guys. So in today's video we'll be taking a look at some top ladder replays shared by Jazz. In case you guys didn't know, Jazz is a semi-pro based in Malaysia. He's currently 7.3k right now, and that puts him at top 500 of the world, 474 to be exact, and he's using this Mega Knight graveyard deck which you are seeing on your screen right now. So this is actually very similar to the previous Mega Knight graveyard deck, only the difference is this time around you don't have the Hunter, instead you have the Mother Witch, since Hunter is nerfed, so there's a spot for the OP Mother Witch, am I right? And basically every deck has Mother Witch right now because she is OP, and yeah, Jazz made it work and he's currently 7.3k. And he was kind enough to share 4 replays with me, and yeah, I know I said a lot of ends, but yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into one of the replays. So the first replay is against a Egolem deck. You guys know how toxic Egolem decks are, and he has Ebarbs as well, so this is the pinnacle of toxicity, if you will. Let's see how Jazz deals with it. Okay, so first game against a Chinese dude probably, who is flexing the Ice Spirit emote. Is the opponent, that emote is like 2017 when they had a special offer or something. So the opponent's gonna cycle a Rage. Jazz is not going to cycle anything here, he's just gonna wait. Okay, the opponent cycles a Heal Spirit. Jazz goes in with a Mother Witch, but unfortunately the Mother Witch didn't turn the Heal Spirit into a piggy. The opponent cycles an Arrow and plays an Egolem at the back. Jazz cycles a Mega Minion prepared to defend, and the opponent's just gonna mount up a big push behind the Egolem. Jazz is gonna set up a cage, healer, fireball immediately so that the Infernal Dragon gets reset and Mega Minion actually finishes it. Fisherman just to pull in the Egolem, so the mini Egolem actually goes to the tower, and here Jazz just Mega Knights because he got so many elixir from the blobs. And here he just goes in with a Mega Minion and a graveyard. The opponent here has to defend with Ebarbs, but that's not enough for the skeletons. The opponent arrows, but Mega Minion still survives and gets 2 hits in. That puts Jazz at a pretty significant damage lead, almost to 3000 damage difference on both sides of the tower. So he's gonna cycle a cage. The opponent's just gonna do the same thing again, Egolem at the back and then healer. That's pretty much how you play the deck, right? So Jazz is gonna probably do the same thing again, except he's just gonna cycle a fireball onto everything probably. And then he's gonna Mega Knight. So he can finish off the Ebarbs. Before the Ebarbs actually get healed up by the healer, and so far the trip that poses the biggest threat is the Electro Dragon, but Jazz deals with it with a Mega Minion and goes in with a Mega Knight on the opposite side, and graveyards once again. He snowballs just to reset the Infernal Dragon, and that's GG. So a pretty nice first game against a very toxic deck, and yeah, and he's BMing. Okay, on to the next game, which the opponent here is playing Golem 3 Musketeer, which is a pretty toxic deck as well. Or can I say 2 toxic matches in a row, and yeah, here we go. That deck was created around towards the end of 2017, I believe, and then it just vanished. But somehow this player Arhat made it work, and he's just gonna cycle 3 muskies at the back. Meanwhile, Jazz is gonna set up a cage, preparing to defend, and see how he deals with this. Motherwitch onto the 1 musketeer, and then on a mega onto the 2 musketeer, and that will be no damage on both sides of the tower. Okay, snowballs onto a Skami. The opponent is just gonna pump up and Jess is just gonna fireball, most probably. Oh no, he's gonna graveyard. The opponent here is giving a lot of fireball value with the Sky Drags and the pump. Good hit, great heads up play by Jess. But the opponent is up by 2 elixir, so he's gonna cycle. I mean, he's gonna play a Golem at the back. And Jess is gonna once again set up another cage. And potentially using the Fisherman to activate King. But before that, he's gonna play a Mega Min at the back. The opponent minion hordes, wow. And well, the Mother Witch is gonna get insane value off this. The Mother Witch is turning the minion hordes into pig, and meanwhile the Fisherman pulled the Golem onto the King Tower and activated the King Tower. And so far it's looking very good for Jazz. About a 1700 HP difference. Opponent is gonna surround the MK with Barbs, which is a good play. And here Jazz goes in with a graveyard because he doesn't want the opponent to set up a big push. And he fireballs the Sky Drags. This could be overextending though, because the opponent plays a Golem at the back and Jazz has very little they can do. And the opponent's up a pump. 2 pumps now. See how Jazz deals with this. He's gonna cycle a Mother Witch at the back. The opponent's gonna minion horde at the back, behind the Golem. Then the Fisherman to pull the Golem. And snowballs onto the minion horde. Mega Knight onto the Skami, and the Mother Witch is gonna get insane value out of that. Then Mother Witch is the MVP, I'd say. Once again, Bob surrounding the MK, but this time it's not around. It's not enough because Jazz has Fireball, and yeah, that Golem at the back was, I think, the deciding misplay of the opponent. Plus, the opponent can't really break through the defense, and yeah, that's basically game 2. So on to game 3, which is a sort of off-meta bait deck with the Mirror and the Goblin Barrel, and yeah, here we go. So against a Japanese guy, Bowler, Rascals, and Minion Horde, Mirror. It's really off-meta, the opponent's deck is. So, like always, Jazz is not going to do anything. And he's just waiting for the opponent to make the first play, and the opponent cycles a log. But the opponent cycles a bowler now. Jazz responds with a cage. Okay, the opponent goes in with Furnace, and Furnace as well. Furnace is like low-key the worst building right now. Not really sure, but you don't see Furnace all that much. And Mother Witch is, well, I don't know why. Maybe the opponent is scared of the MK and the Brawler, but Mother Witch is gonna get a lot of value though. I feel like. Okay, okay, not that much value. Yeah, I stand corrected. Jazz plays a Fisherman onto the Fast Spirits, and yeah, the first exchange wasn't too bad for both sides. But the opponent has to deal with the Fisherman. The opponent goes in with a Mirrored Lock, and Jazz sets up another cage again. Opponent here barrels, but just snowballs, and yeah, the barrel actually got one hit, but that's okay. Jazz is gonna play a mega minion at the back. Okay, the brawl pops out, but it's gonna get answered by the bowler, so it's not really a big threat for the opponent. Fireball onto the Mother Wish. Yeah, the opponent didn't show Fireball just now, so I just thought he didn't have Fireball or something. And here the Fisherman to potentially activate King, which he does successfully doing that. And here just gonna cycle Mega Knight at the back. The opponent plays a barrel and it's gonna get 2 shots, I believe, or maybe 1, not too sure. But Mega Knight and Mother Witch and the Brawler. See how Jazz can make this work. The opponent has Bowler and Rascals on defense, which is very unbreakable, if you will. Here Mega Knight is gonna get a lot of value. Okay, Fireball onto the Minion Horde, but the Minion Horde actually devoured half of the Mega Knight's health, and the Bowler is gonna get pulled by the Fisherman, so I don't think that Bowler get that much of the value, but the opponent here goes in with Mirrored Barrel, which is gonna pose some threats, but and just has to respond with a Fisherman and a Mother Witch, which is not efficient considering the Mirrored Barrel only costs 4 elixir, and yeah, the opponent plays another barrel again. Man, the opponent deck is annoying. With the furnace and the barrel and stuff. So Fisherman and Mega. The opponent is not playing Minion Horde. Oh, he's gonna mirror Rascals and plays the Minion Horde. Is just gonna Fireball? Yes, he is. Fireball is gonna hit 3 of the minions and snowballs onto the minion as well. Mega is surviving, but that's not going to be enough. The opponent here doesn't want the risk, and he just fireballs onto the Mother Witch. So here he's gonna barrel again. Okay, Jazz misses one of the one of the goblins, but the King Tower helped out, so it doesn't really matter. And here Jazz went in with a Fisherman, and it baited out the Rascals, which is very nice. Here he snowballed onto the Mirrored Rascals, looking for some chances here. So Jazz is playing on both sides right now, and he's going on the left hand side. Mega is jumping onto the tower, and one of the Rascal girls actually got hit. Rascal is not going to be enough, not going to be quick enough, and snowballs, and that's probably GG. And yeah, what a comeback by Jazz. Basically, he's playing on both sides and trying to trick the opponent. Made him overspend, because you can see when he played the Fisherman at the left lane, the opponent actually played a Rascals to respond, so that's like 3 for 5 trade. Positive elixir trade, yeah. So onto the last replay, which is against this sort of meta Royal Hogs recruits deck. And yeah, here we go. So against Recruits Hog, not sure how the matchup is, but let's see how Jazz deals with it. So against a Japanese guy this time around, the opponent's gonna go in with a Royal Hog right away, and Jazz just plays a Cage and a Fisherman, trying to activate King with it. But looks like yes, he is going to activate King. So let's see. The opponent here goes with a Flying Machine. Jazz here is leaking elixir, but he plays a Mother Witch trying to snipe the Flying Machine, and he succeeded in doing that, and plays a Mega Knight onto the recruits. Okay, only one recruit managed to escape and went to the tower. So we have a healthy Mega Knight on the counter push, and Jazz just graveyards. The opponent here has nothing but Zappy, so Jazz just fireballs, and I think that's pretty much GG. because the opponent doesn't have all that much to deal with the skeletons, and here the opponent might trying to go with the hogs, which the opponent does, and Jazz is just gonna cage and then snowballs onto everything. And yeah, pretty easy defense by Jazz, and he's currently leading by 2000 damage. And yeah, both players are resetting. The opponent's gonna play recruits at the back again, trying to look for some chances on both lanes. Jazz is just gonna cycle a fisherman at the strong side tower, Mother Witch on the other side, Mega onto the flying machine. And yeah, so far it's looking hopeless for the opponent. Cage onto the other side of the recruits. Here Jazz just fireballs something. Yeah, he just fireballs onto the 2 zappies, and the opponent still has to respond to the brawler. Jazz snowballs, and brawler is not gonna get hit because the opponent played the butt barrel, and Mega Knight to attract both lanes, both the recruits on both lanes. And here he's gonna play zappies to protect because the opponent thought Jazz would play a Mega onto the flying machine. Fireballs on the Mother Witch, and Mega Minute onto the zappies, and snowball to make sure the Mega Minute actually targeted onto the flying machine, but never mind. Jazz plays a fireball, and here the opponent goes in with a recruits at the back again. Like last sequence, Jazz is gonna cycle troops at the back and then plays a Mega Knight to try to block both lanes. Jazz has to go in with this awkward cage, but it doesn't really matter. Snowball onto the hogs. The hogs actually are getting some damage, but that's not going to be enough. Here the opponent flying machines again. Jazz just fireball, which he misses. Okay, that's huge. And the opponent went in with recruits right away. Here Jazz plays a cage, but it doesn't attract the attention of the flying machine. And it's looking like he's in the big trouble right now, but the opponent gives him a very big fireball value, which just took it. And the opponent is still leading in elixir, but he's not capitalizing it very well. He's gonna cycle recruits at the back once again, and here Jazz is gonna cycle a Mega Knight at the back. And he's just gonna fireball onto the fire machine and 1 zappy. Cage to pull 3 hogs, Mega to support, then Fisherman, then Mother Witch onto the flying machine. Okay, it's an okay defense by Jazz, and the Mega Knight is jumping around. Did you guys saw that? It was at the other side, and then it jumped back to Jazz's side. And here Jazz just makes sure that the opponent can't really get through and gets damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's basically the first push that got Jazz so far in the damage advantage, and yeah, basically just went on from there. And yeah, that's basically it. So 4 games shared by Jazz. And I will include all the the Twitter and Instagram, all the shoutout stuff at the description, so be sure to check it out and give my guest a follow. It will be really good for me as well as my guest, so do drop a follow for him. And yeah, that's basically it. So once again, this is the deck, Mega Knight Graveyard deck with Mother Witch. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.